What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now what we're going to be talking about is bringing RGIII back. I am completely disgusted by it, but a lot of you guys were able to see it earlier in the stream, and you guys were concerned like, yo, is Derek Carr like just all of a sudden trash? No, it's not what it's about. Pretty much the ability slots is what draws us back into these cards. If I'm being completely honest, and if you guys are all being completely honest with yourselves, this is probably the worst year of golden tickets. I think we can all agree with that, but the only benefit is obviously the fact that you can get a lot more abilities for less AP. That is it. The way the cards play are generally disgusting though. You know, I don't like RG3's release. He doesn't really feel like he's 98 speed. As of today, he's been fumbling every play with 99 carry. Like, it's really, really stupid. But we have to be objective about these type of things and understand, like, look, now is the time to kind of get ourselves geared up. Because if we really think about it, Madden 22 is going to be here before we know it. And we're going to be raging about a whole new game before we know it. So we might as well try to understand exactly what's going on, right? And try to figure out what's happening, because in my opinion, the way that you guys are talking like, yo, look, yo, Gmi, they got to take abilities out of the game. They don't have to do anything. We've been asking for certain things for years and nothing's been done. You still can't cover a corner route with a basic zone. You know, like, it's just going to be open. The guy just stops playing. That's been going on for 4 years. I don't think that in any aspect of the game itself that we're going to get a lot of change. I would be super, super amazed. Let me just tell you something. I'm going to go back in the past real quick for you guys. Madden 09, a lot of people didn't like it, but other than the QB walk, it was a pretty decent game. Wasn't better than 08, but, you know, 09 was pretty decent. I was not prepared for Madden 10. The development team that made 10, they did a really good job of surprising us. Because if you guys go back and look at it, I think that was the first year they put refs on the field. I think that was it was Larry Fitzgerald and Troy Polamalu on the cover, if I recall correctly. It was a complete surprise. Do I feel that that's something that we can look forward to in 22? Not at this time. Because I've never really seen some of the stuff that I've seen going on in this game so regularly available for use. Like, bruh, dudes will just come out and throw to the flat with your flat zone there continuously. They will throw right at you. You will throw the ball to a 6'8" receiver, and a 4'9" guy, not even a 5'9" guy, a 4'9" guy will pick you off in an animation where your guy is fighting him instead of going after the ball. It's been a situation where it's absolutely disgusting, so we have to take advantage of anything that we have. So at this time right now, we can get so many abilities for 7 AP on RG3. I hate the card, and I think a lot of you guys do too. The card sucks, but that doesn't matter as much as having the available AP. So because of that situation, we have to now put ourselves in another situation to where it's like, okay, how do we counteract what EA is doing? What can we do? So what I did was I went back to the West Coast playbook. And if you guys were in the stream earlier, you guys saw some of the gameplay. We were running like some far tight. If you guys go back to Madden 20, when I figured out the Gmias streak, I figured it out while playing in the West Coast playbook and running the same exact offense. So I'm just like, you know, history repeats itself. I'm going back to the West Coast again, and I'm just going to be throwing crosses, drags, and weird stuff and seeing what gets open. Hopefully throw it into coverage and make somebody rage and, you know, go along those lines. But I want to make sure everybody understands, though, RG3 is not that card that is going to last probably by the end of this week. Because once they release another quarterback golden ticket, if those ability slots are suitable or similar to what RG3 is right now, he is gone. You guys already, most of you guys already know that he's gone. He's going to be immediately gone. It's not even an issue about it. He's going to absolutely 100% be gone. But for now, throughout the week, I have to go ahead and pick one. I know some of you guys will go with the cheaper choice and going ahead and saying, you know what, we can go with Derek Carr, spend less, and just see what happens. But I have to be completely honest with you, right? To have Conductor for 1 AP and also have the 3 other field general slots, I still have to go with the fact that RG3 is probably the best bet. He's like the best case scenario in a very bad situation, and there's nothing else you can really do about it. What you see me doing right now, though, I'm taking away additional abilities because I'm going to be running the far tight. I don't really need to have I got to see what I'm going to do with Kyle Pitts, to be honest with you, because it's been too much of the predetermined animations going on and I'm just disgusted with it. So it's easier to moss in the seams and to just throw stupid routes and just have the abilities on the other players. So I think we're going to go that route just to be safe for the most part, but we're trying it out. Like, we're just seeing what it's about, because if I would have played all year, let's just say, for instance, right? Let's say I would have stayed in far tight, like even when I figured out what was going on last year with the mossing, and just came into this year with it, it still wouldn't have been as good. What happens is the game gets tuned regularly, and then some things will work. The only thing that stays really consistent is whatever is OP. You know, like bunch tight end, bunch, 3-3-5 wide. Though the things that are really generally used by everybody that, you know, that says they're a pro, or if they're a pro, whatever they are, those general aspects, they usually are not nerfed completely, because it's usually the most overpowered thing in the game. So those things are going to continue to be what they are, but everything else is like miscellaneous. Because I think what EA tries to do, even if you run the odd blitz right now, the odd blitz, the end that you have that loops, he'll just get nano detected for no reason now. So instead of worrying about the agility and all the stuff on the player that you have rushing, now they just let the guy stand there. So that gives your opponent more time to throw the ball, and sometimes you get no pressure at all. It's really stupid, but that's what they do. Those are the type of things that they have that go on, and that's why nobody is really optimistic about what's going to be coming in 22. But at this time right now, we still have to go with the best case scenario. And in this case, it has to be RG3. It just has to be him, because there's nobody else really available right now. Tim Tebow, I don't think I'm going to go with that unless for whatever reason, you know, they make his release like, you know, more fine-tuned and better. I don't think that they will. Taysom Hill, I have a feeling that he's going to be one of the better cards. I don't know why it is. If you use his, you know, previous cards that are available now out of position or whatever it is, because, you know, he has a tight end, he has a QB, whatever. The QB card, the release doesn't seem to be as fast. But like I said, it all depends on how you're going to use them. If I stay under center, it might be a situation where I can get away with it. If I go back to shotgun, the gunslinger may not help as much. So it all depends on the route that we're going to be going with the cards. If we choose to do something out of the ordinary, it may not work for you. But I'm looking forward to seeing what drops on Friday, because not only can we raid sell RG3 right now for 600K and just be at 1.1 mil or whatever, we can still kind of assess what the prices are going to be. At launch, it's going to be very expensive. Then the price is going to keep dwindling and dwindling and dwindling all the way down to whatever it's going to be for the remainder of the time. So that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to. So in the meantime, I'm going to be adjusting certain plays, you know, players, abilities and things like that to kind of figure out like what exactly is going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, what exactly are we doing with this? Is there anything that's going on to where we can get an advantage right now? And the biggest advantage you could honestly have is to pretty much have, you know, RG3 and just deal with the fact that his release is garbage unless you're throwing on a run like an idiot. That's pretty much all you're going to be able to look forward to. I got to be totally honest. Like, Derek Carr did nothing wrong, and we had the, you know, the usual conversation. It's not you, it's me. But I still raid sold him, bruh. Like, I got no time for this, bro. I have no time for the foolishness. But again, I would suggest that you run whatever formation has crossers and create crossers with hot routes and do stupid things, and they're going to be open. That's pretty much what the game is. And if you want to have the advantage of having a tremendous amount of abilities on one player and being able to utilize that instead of like eating up all the AP with Michael Vick, I would just say, you know, for now, for the rest of the remaining week, we'll just stick with RG3. And then whatever quarterback comes out, that's a golden ticket, we'll check the abilities, we'll see what we can do with it, and we'll pretty much go from there. Other than that, we have no other options if we're being honest about it. There is nothing else to do. So honestly, I'm disgusted, but we're going to rock with him for now. All right? If you have any other questions or comments, let me know. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. Be well. One love, y'all.